High Representative has not said that the dialogue has failed. He said that this round of the dialogue didn't bring results because the parties failed to agree, and this is a scenario we are having again and again and again lately. So this is of course, very significant development to see that the parties are not able to bridge their differences. But let me recall one thing: the EU is not party of the dialogue. The parties of the dialogue are Kosovo and Serbia. The EU is facilitator, based on the wishes expressed by both parties, endorsed by the whole EU and endorsed by the UN as well. So we are doing facilitation. In other words, we are helping the two sides bridge their differences. But we will never be successful as long as the parties will refuse to go down the path of compromise. After yesterday, of course, I mean, we are standing in a situation that is, of course, serious. High Representative was very clear about it. He said that Kosovo and Serbia both are risking to be left in a situation when everyone around them in the region is progressing on the accession path, because the accession path leads through dialogue in case of Serbia and Kosovo. And they are risking to lag behind. So High Representative, EU Special Representative Lajčák, after this round of the high-level dialogue, went to member states, informed member states, and will be informing member states again at various levels about what happened, about our analysis of what happened and why. And then the EU member states will decide what will be next happening in the framework of EU facilitated dialogue. But again, the EU is the facilitator. We can achieve only as much as the parties are prepared to accept. We haven't seen the full de-escalation yet. We haven't seen meaningful steps. There were some steps taken, which we welcome, but more steps are needed, so we haven't seen a meaningful de-escalation. Quite to the contrary, there is still potential, unfortunately, for further escalation. The measures introduced in this case against Kosovo are measures which are temporary. Measures endorsed by the member states, because everyone agreed, okay, so we now need to use not only carrots but also sticks. And they will be in place for as long as the member states think they are needed, and they are both. We can scale them down, but we can also scale them up if the situation requires so. So again, after yesterday, we are in a situation when no progress was achieved, when we haven't seen any readiness of the parties to try to find a compromise, and this is exactly what the member states of the European Union are being briefed about. And asked for guidance what to do next in this process with both parties and with all the approaches and measures that are at our disposal. At that time, we said very clearly, and this is the position which remains until today, that there is always possibility to introduce additional measures for whoever will be found by the EU, by the complexity of the EU, by the collective of 27 member states, will be found in not doing enough for the escalation or even fueling it. So at this stage, we have a set of measures in place. Again, they will be scaled down if member states see that there were meaningful steps taken for the escalation, and they can be scaled up or introduced against the other party also if the other party is found by the collective of 27 member states and the collective assessment of member states being not conducive to the escalation or even fueling further escalation. So it's a process, and the process is under constant watch of the European Union. 27 member states of the European Union are watching this, are not happy with this. They have completely different expectations. The partners know about this. And if the situation will continue like this, then the process of this reflection, which is going on right now, will bring answers, more specific answers also to your questions about possible restrictive measures.